Hello, I'm Joachim Duplessis. Welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. The recent passing of Pascal Watson-Louis, a beloved library community pillar, has brought renewed attention to the profound impact of volunteerism on both individuals and national development. Proponents argue that a mandated national volunteerism program could instill a stronger sense of civic duty and community responsibility in Saint Lucian youth, fostering invaluable life skills and a deeper appreciation for their society. Such initiatives could also address critical needs within communities, leveraging collective efforts for the greater good. However, some express concerns that mandatory service might diminish the intrinsic value of volunteerism, transforming a selfless act into a mere obligation. There are also practical considerations regarding the logistical challenges of implementing and overseeing such a widespread program, as well as potential debates over what constitutes meaningful service. Despite these differing viewpoints, the conversation around nurturing a more engaged and altruistic citizenry continues to gain traction. So we ask, do you believe a national volunteerism mandate in schools would ultimately produce better citizens in St. Lucia? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
I think it's absolutely necessary. It should be required. It's a great thing, and it helps the young folks get an understanding of how to help people other than themselves.
Imote pou yo train jen moun pou yo patrape ko yo an bay violence, an bay gon, an bay volé, bay se bagay sa la, because se bagay sa la pa gagne adan ki pa sa pa pay. So ils allaient pour jen moun Saint Lucia asi de catch le ko yo pou yo mete ko yo adan bay volontaire pour sa ou pa sa pour l'autre dou, sa ou pa sa fait pour l'autre moun tou.
It's very important is for the students to be involved in the community, to give back to the environment in which they grew up in, and they actually get to value it more and appreciate what they have. But also just a spirit of service. I think it would be better for them to appreciate the community in which they grew up in, and it would be a more holistic approach to education, not just the theory, but they can put that theory into practice when they volunteer. So I think it should be part and parcel of the school curriculum.
Most definitely. Yes, it would coach those kids as to an older age where they may not need as much help as they do now when they get older. And it should be part of every school and in every country. And we are here for that purpose, and we are here willingly to serve that purpose.
Absolutely, I believe that it should be part of the school's curriculum because it helps the children or individuals use their time wisely. It helps the children contribute towards the development of society, because especially when you look at the young people, especially now, you find they are more engaged and entangled in technology. I mean, technology is great. I'm a great supporter of technology. So I think that if volunteerism is part of the whole school curriculum, it will teach the children from a very early age to give back to society. It would help them to develop a sense of discipline in terms of a lot of the things they can find themselves engaged in that can be cut out, because then they are busy, and the Bible tells us that it is said that the devil finds work for idle hands to do. And if we find ourselves giving them things to do, occupying themselves, I think that would go a long way in not just assisting in the development of our country, because when they go out there and they get engaged in community activities, they learn talents, they learn skills, they learn different things that can help them in the future.
As a matter of fact, it should be a necessary part of it, because it teaches them that when they have achieved something, then they learn to give back to the community. Don't expect us to be paid for services. And it should not be just in schools, but also in churches. The churches should start encouraging children to volunteer from they're very small, so that when they become adults, they learn to give back. They don't learn to expect always. So even professionals, they should stop expecting to be paid for every service, because they should learn to give back to the community, without expecting to be paid. there are a lot of people who cannot afford to pay for some services, so the professionals should at least, have some time, make sure that they schedule some time so that they have a few hours to volunteer, for those who are unable to pay for these services.
Volunteering is just basically giving back service to. And we recognize that the older generation grew up on this principle. Nowadays, the younger persons, they think that, okay, it's just a get quick rich, anything goes. But we feel that if you do volunteer, you give of yourself and you help somebody else who is also in need. It does something to the heart system. It does something to the individual who is giving back without expecting anything in return. It's a commission that is actually years old, because the Lord did say that we should help our brothers who are in need. And so in helping each other, we get to censor, or we get to give a form of community where individuals are looking out for each other because they feel that this is the right thing to do.
Now to our new discussion. The effectiveness of customer service is often a subject of varied public opinion shaped by individual experiences and perceived institutional norms. For years, from public forums to everyday interactions, a litany of complaints regarding customer service in both the public and private sectors has been voiced across Saint Lucia. While there have been occasional commendations for exemplary service, the prevailing sentiment remains mixed. This presents a concern given the island's reliance on a service-driven economy, particularly tourism. Despite various training initiatives implemented over the years aimed at enhancing service delivery, persistent grievances highlight the ongoing challenges in achieving consistently high standards. Elevating customer care is crucial not only for individual satisfaction but also for the nation's economic vibrancy and overall image. So we ask, do you believe the overall standard of customer service in Saint Lucia is currently satisfactory? Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and a new discussion.